Okay, I wanted to bring you another tip and idea here on Cindy's quilt, which is the Missouri Star Block of the Month Quilt Along, which is a disappearing. Let me look at her sheet and see disappearing blocks. She said. So the way that you cut each one of them created a specific block. It comes out from the star in the center, and later I'll put up pictures on Facebook and Instagram. Go take a look at those. You'll see how it really comes out. I want to show you a couple things. One is that her backing fabric is 108, but it's also by 145 inches. It's literally 145 inches. Now she has some pillow shams that she created to go with that. We pull them off of the rack here. And so these are going to be some extra pieces. That's why she has so much backing. Now I could technically have loaded 145 inches across here, but it really would have taken every single bit of my back of my 14-foot gammal, or I would have had to cut off part of her backing. So what I chose to do was turn the backing so it's literally going 145 inches this way. A whole bunch of it is wound on the belly bar right there, but that also means that the selvages are on the side instead of the top and bottom. I made that choice, and I knew that I could make it work because I've got more than 3 inches here. I could have cut off the selvage if needed, but because I have more than 3 inches, it's not causing big hammocking and gapping right there. So that's why the selvages are on the side. It's rare for me to do that. I almost always want to put the selvage on the take-up bar and the belly bar. You know that if you've watched very many of my videos. But I did want to show you, because of the situation, because of having so much backing, I chose to do this specifically. Yes, I could have chosen to lay the backing out or taking it to my cutting station. I could have cut a great big piece off of the end of it. I could have loaded it big and long, but then I would have had so much left over to try to work with on the gap that I made the choice to turn it the other way. I could have cut off the selvages if I felt like they were going to be in the way, but when I laid it out, I could tell that they were going to be fine. So these are all things that I'm taking into consideration over here at the quilting studio. So when you send me your quilts, I'm going to take all that into consideration as well. There's much to be done here. There's a whole lot of angles that I need to look at. It's not just cut and dry. I know sometimes people say, oh, that'll just quilt out. But you know, there's actually a lot to it. It's not just, oh, it'll just quilt out. There's a lot of issues that I need to be aware of as the long arm quilter. And so I would love to do your quilt. I have a lot of expertise. I have many things that I look at and take into consideration in every single quilt. And that kind of lets you know a couple things that I'm aware of on this quilt. Look at that. Look at how it comes out from the center. Very nicely done, Cindy. Really enjoy this one. All right, and I'm going to enjoy your quilt. So send it over this way and let's start a conversation.